Hello, welcome to Hobby Think Tank. I am Danny Black, and I'm going to tell you why I only open packs of cards at local card shops. So, this is a weird tradition I have, and I thought I'd take an opportunity to kind of explain this and get some feedback and see if I'm the only one who does this. Uh, I don't typically open packs of cards. I don't, the dollar value enjoyment factor for me is not very high. Um, So typically, I buy a card I want if I want it, and I use my money that way. But I believe in good etiquette. I believe if you go to a restaurant, you sit down at the bar, you order a drink, and that's just polite. You don't just use the TV and take up a seat. Um, and so when I go to local card shops, I feel kind of the same way. I mean, it's nice to browse and ask questions, and I have no obligation as a shopper. But I feel like I should patronize a small business, a local card shop near me that I may buy more stuff from at another time, or try to sell stuff to at another time. So I think it's polite to buy a pack of cards. I mean, it would be more polite to buy a box of cards, I guess, uh, but that's not realistic. So I find it fun to buy a pack of cards. Also, if you want to get to know, the owner of the card shop or the person you're working with and enjoy your time in the card shop, buy a second pack and let them open it and enjoy it together. I do that all the time. Whenever I travel, I try to find local card shops to go to and get to see them. And every card shop is different. It's not appropriate at every shop to buy two packs and open it with the shop owner. But I like the idea of buying a pack. Now, what do I get out of it? Sometimes I'll get to see a set of cards I haven't seen otherwise. I get to hold them in person. I'm a big fan of the photography on certain sets and Stadium Club, for instance, the Stadium Club Chrome. So getting just to see the photography and not worrying about value or looking it up or having to get a hit to be happy, but just enjoying cards for cards, and for me that's worth the 5, 10, $15 pack cost is to simply enjoy the cards. Sometimes I don't know if I'm the only person who does this. I don't know if you open packs, if you buy packs and bring them home and open them yourself, or if you participate in breaks, if that counts as opening packs. I don't participate in breaks. Uh, I buy a lot of vintage. Vintage packs are hard to find and simply less likely to open. So maybe that's part of it. Maybe that's why I enjoy buying a single card more than buying a pack and opening it. And I wonder if more people enjoy buying packs or participating in breaks and getting their cards that way, or if they enjoy more buying singles. And I guess that's the real question for the think tank today. So, do you enjoy buying, one card at a time, going after a specific card? Do you have a target list? Or do you like buying a new release or collecting I guess, a full set, um, and trying to open packs that way? And I've talked to a couple different people, and what I found is I seem to be in the minority. Many more people enjoy opening packs just in general. I enjoy, seeking out a card, and I could pull one here. It's a low end, but Barry Sanders rookie, uh, or excuse me, Barry Sanders, 6 of 20 out of 5,000, the Elite Silver Series. So that I picked up at a show that I wanted. I could have used that same money on a pack of cards. That's not an expensive card, but I enjoy knowing what I'm getting exactly. Um, is it more fun? Is there a gambling aspect to opening the pack? Is there a little bit of a rush? Yeah, sure, absolutely, no doubt about it. And is that an attraction? Sure. Do I use going to local card shops as an excuse to break open packs now that I'm thinking about it? Maybe. I go to the same shops a lot of times near me, and I tend to open a pack every time. Uh, I also find it's a fun thing to do with my kids. So if you have kids and you go to local card shops, you don't always want to buy them a specific card or single or something like that, and they get just as much fun of opening the pack because that rush for them is more fun, and it's far more innocent than worrying about buying a specific card and at what price. And they're too young for that, and that shouldn't be the way you hobby all the time. The hobby should be enjoying the cards for themselves. So opening packs is a way of doing that. But I don't typically get that rush enough that I want to spend the money. I was a dealer in the early 90s, and the price of the packs of cards, of boxes, have changed so much that the enjoyment factor, I think, has gone down. It's put pressure to feel like I'm not just giving away money. And maybe that's a feeling I don't know if anybody else shares. I'd be curious, when you buy a box, is there a feeling if that there's the chance you've just given away a couple $100? Do you stay away from buying boxes for that reason? And this would be a more modern conversation, obviously. I guess maybe I shouldn't have worn this shirt for this conversation, but uh, I do enjoy Bowman First. I went and opened some packs of the newer release and see some prospects and enjoy that side of it. But I'm not chasing a hit. I don't need to get a return on investment. I don't need to worry about the value of the cards necessarily. I like the prospects. I like chasing the kids for the fun of it. It's not going to be big money if the odds are stacked far against you. And I think that's why I'm against opening packs, because unless you really enjoy the specific set, and it's so hard to find sometimes a shop that will pack out good cards because they're going to make more money on the box. So I just don't enjoy giving away the money, and if I don't really love the set, getting anything out of it. Why do I buy singles? I guess because I buy a lot of vintage, but I do buy modern. But I find that's more for my PC. If you like the Bill Ripken error card, I PC that, and I like to get all the different variations. I'm missing a couple. I think I have one or two over here. Yeah, here's we'll block this out here, but there's the original, an SGC 95. Um, I'd rather buy that and go after, if you're familiar with the variations, the black box or the black scribble or the white scribble and all the saw cuts. And um, that's what I like searching for. So you can't always find the variations, but I'd rather search for that. And all those packs I would have bought in the interim, $5 here, $7 here. Just thinking what that would add up to oftentimes is really what I would spend on my next card. And I like the feeling of searching for something, and maybe that's the hunt for me, and maybe that's the reward that I feel, and maybe it's not hunting in the packs themselves, but it's hunting in the whole market. I like to find things from my childhood that are not necessarily expensive, but I wanted, and they don't have to be hard to find. The 1990 Bo Jackson score with the football pads and the bat over the shoulder. Not a hard card to find. It's relatively inexpensive, under $100. I have it in a 9. But that was a part of my childhood I really enjoyed. So I'd rather go spend that money. And what would that be? 5, 10 packs of cards. So that's where my focus is. And when I look at opening cards, like I said, there's some sets I enjoy and get a kick out of opening. Um, but please, it's a great way to get to know your local card shops and to get to know the owners. Buy a pack of cards when you go in. Let them know you always like patronizing a small business, which is fantastic in general. Um, I do think it's important to get to know different sets of cards, expand your knowledge. If you're a baseball fan and you haven't opened a specific product before, it's a great way to try it. I'll admit I've learned more about some sets by just opening a pack or two and seeing the cards. The different card stock, on different sets, different gloss, different feel, and that's a cool thing. That's part of loving baseball cards and the cardboard itself, and really getting to that level. So I support opening a pack at a card shop, but I don't buy packs and I don't bring them home unless it's for my kids. And that just breaks all rules because I spoil my kids sometimes, so we won't talk about that much more. But I don't typically break, at home, and I don't typically participate in online breaks or anything like that. And so I'm wondering how you guys collect. Is it a combination? Is it packs? Is it boxes? Is it online breaks? Is it targeting singles? I'm curious. I'm going to make this an abbreviated episode because I'm think I've rambled on long enough here. But I definitely want comments. Please put them below. How do you collect? How do you like to collect? Um, do you buy packs? Am I the only one when you go to a card shop? Maybe the first time or maybe every time, just sit there. And do your card shops have a place to sit and open cards? Um, I'm lucky the card shops near me have a place to sit down and open them up right in the shop. So put it in the comments. Let me know. I enjoy you guys hanging out with me today and listening to my thoughts. And we will see you next week with two new people that were not on the show this week, so you won't get stuck with me again. Thank you very much. See you guys later, and thanks for watching Hobby Think Tank.